Good day, everyone. I am Sir Robbie, and together, we will learn the word of the future, robotics. Did you know that here in Educational Technology Unit, robotics is a priority to make every Filipino learners and teachers competent and meet the demands of the future global scene? Wherein teachers, students, and parents who wanted to learn robotics is just a click away for free. Robotics is an interdisciplinary field which integrates computer science and engineering. It involves design, construction, operation, and use of robots to assist human activities. Are you ready for this transformation? Soon in ICT's Educational Technology Unit. Come and join us and love the future para sa bata, para sa bayan, at para sa guro. Sulong edukalidad.
Magandang araw, Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETUlay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETUlay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng ICT's Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETUlay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Hello. Ang magandang hapon sa kanilang lahat, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Andito na po uli ang inyong tutor Alan sa Philippine Politics and Governance. And I'm so excited kasi Huwebes na, lapit na Friday, and then it's a Huwebes day. And of course, I'm so grateful and thankful for all of you who patronize our online tutorial dito lang sa ETUlay online tutorial ng DepEd Online. And of course, you can review all the recorded videos on YouTube. And this can be accessed anytime. So, gayon pa man sa ating mga online viewers, parents, students, and as well as those visitors, no, gusto lang nilang malaman additional information and knowledge about Philippine politics and governance, you're so welcome po. Kahit na nandito na tayo sa week 7, it's still all right because everything can be still relearned and can still be reviewed. Okay, shout out dyan. Good afternoon sa iyo, Laila Javier. At saka kay Nihaya Marabong Bantuas, good afternoon sa iyo. And also to She Samson, good afternoon and good day to all of you. Okay, sa mga friends ko watching here from Lapu-Lapu City, province of Cebu, greetings. Lahat kayo, may hapon sa tanan, maupay nga hapon sa tanan. And of course, in my division dito sa Lapu-Lapu City, sa aming butihing regional director, si Dr. Salustiano Jimenez, at saka sa Region 7, sa aming SDS or District Superintendent, si Dr. Wilfrida Bungalos, at of course sa aming ASTS, si Ma'am Dr. Cartisa Perico, at saka ang aming butihing ding District 5, PSDS, Ma'am Rebecca Turing, hi Ma'am, at saka sa aming mahinahon na punong guro, school head namin, si Ma'am Concepcion Garzota, and to all my co-teachers and also teachers in both private and public sectors. Magandang hapon sa lahat. So allow me to give this opportunity kasi we're almost done with our Philippine Politics and Governance, and it's grateful also to thank not only to people who are our patronizer, but also for people who made us or who give us also this opportunity to teach you on air, and of course dito din sa Educational Technology Unit. So maraming salamat dito dahil nalalaman natin na kahit saan at kahit sa anong panahon, we can still learn. Lalong-lalo na sa doon sa kumukuha ng UMS, maganda ito. So, kasi nakikita ninyo yung mga kapabilidad ninyo to study more on the particular or special field. Lalo na sa Pilipinas, napaka-healthy at mayaman ang ating mga issues. Okay? Good afternoon sa iyo, Kristen Sarah Ceci. Good afternoon sa iyo. And so, also with Gloria Cobelo from Tagum, Jose Tuason Junior Memorial National High School, Tagum City, may hapon. Ginaline Polido from Lapu-Lapu Elementary School, San Roque District, Davao City Division. Magandang hapon, Michelle Ventosilia, and good afternoon, and also to Santiago Benabisi Abalier from Kidapawan City Division. Okay, may hapon. Okay, so let's start. Okay, get your pen, get focused, and of course, participate. Okay? Nakita ninyo yung aking caricature, meron na siyang sun and of course shades. Apart from the social distancing and covering of our nostrils and face, we need also to protect ourselves from the heat of the sun. Napakainit, no? And as a disclaimer lang, everything that we are doing here, and of course for educational purposes and not intended for selling or replication for benefit or, getting out of this, but this is just a disclaimer. So all pictures and wala pa naman din akong video used herein are courtesy of the Creative Commons unless otherwise quoted from other sources. Okay? Now, brief overview lang tayo sa ating past lessons so that you can connect your present and from your past. Yes, thank you, Miss Gracely Cabieta. Brief overview of previous lessons. So last time, ang ating topic is about importance of active citizenship. Ano ba yung pagka-importansya ng pagiging aktibong Pilipino, isang citizen ng Pilipinas? Marami, no? Because citizens are those who enjoy the civil and political rights and who participated in the functions of the civil and political life of people. So you have the opportunity to vote and to be voted upon, and that is in accordance with the form of government, especially if you are in a democratic society like ours, Philippines. And also, Filipino citizenship can be acquired by birth and naturalization, no? Usually or jus sanguinis. And of course, citizenship can be lost. At the same time, it can also be reacquired. Yun ang ating mga lesson last time. Now, this picture says something. Di ba may song tayo if a picture paints 1,000 words, ito. What does it speak? You can just make a phrase or word about this one. Tell something about the picture. If a picture speaks 1,000 words, okay, what does it mean? What does this picture talks about? Okay, nakikita nyo may mga kabataan. Okay, they are very young, youthful Filipino, no? Filipino children. Okay, so kabataan. Next is this one. What's in the picture? So if a picture speaks, you can see there, these young people, siguro mga edad nila is nasa kanilang teens, no? Or may iba dyan, nakita ninyo, in their 30s or 30s, medyo mas ano na sila, mas matured. Now, they are saying, they are holding, we are voting. So, even at young age, so this picture speaks about voting among the young people. But these are older individuals, right? Much older than the previous one. But they now can vote. Next picture. Yes, totoo yan, the right to vote. Miss Nihaya, marabo ang bag to us. So that's the right to vote. So, if a picture speaks this one, ano to? Ano yung naka-kulay t-shirt ng Red Cross at saka may bata, no? Para tinutulungan niya. No? So, ibig sabihin nito, this picture speaks of what? Starts with letter, sasabihin ko nila, it starts with letter V. Hindi yan vote. So, that is something to do with, okay, volunteerism or volunteer. Nakita ninyo sila. Kasi yung wala namang sweldo yan, no? Volunteerism, may mga estudyante ako, nagvo-volunteer sa Philippine Red Cross namin, no? Just to help. And they are trained sa mga first aid. So, ito, alam nyo, pag college kayo, malalaman nyo itong this insenia, no? ROTCs, CWTS, and LTS are under NSTP. What does it suggest? So, this suggests what? This is a elective curriculum. Or elective yan. So, yung NSTP, ang ibig sabihin ng NSTP, National Service Training Program, no? Pag college kayo, papipiliin kayo kung ROTC ba, or ROTC, yun ang military training, no? Reserve Officers Training Course, CWTS, CWT is Civic Welfare Training. Civic Welfare Training Service. So, gaya ng mga activities ng blood donation, registry, herbal medicine, and cancer care. So, hindi siya pang military. Yung LTS naman, this is something to do with Literacy Training Service, LTS. So, yung mga kabataan, kasi kabataan naman yung high school, di ba? College, di ba? Yung first year college, second year college, may sila, LTS. Ang ibig sabihin nito, activity ng mga estudyante, they will be teaching in the community, especially school children, out of school youth, and other segments of society who is in need of the service. So, para silang teacher. So, pagpipilian nyo yan, ROTC. So, dahil doon mga konsepto, we are now talking of the political engagement and youth empowerment. O, nakita niyo mga youth, no? And all ages. Now, nag-votation, may voting, may nag-volunteer, at saka ang daming activities. So dahil dito, ito ang ating competency to explain issues and programs related to political engagement and youth empowerment. So to answer or discuss further and explain further this competency, ito na. Okay. Ano ba yung political participation? So other name of engagement is participation. It means includes a broad range of activities through which people develop and express their opinions of the world or society and how it is governed and try to take part in and shape the decisions that affect their lives. This participation, everyone is participative naman siguro, no? O ayaw mo nyo mag-participate is okay, but this is a chance, an activity, no? Politically, no, individuals can participate based on the decision that affect the lives. So may mga decision na nakaapekto sa ating mga ginawa or gawain. So yun ang ating pinaparticipate to share our knowledge and to share also our time and effort. According to Don Moxon, that political engagement is hard to define dahil politics is around us. Kahit saang sulok, hindi lamang sa public may politics, pati na din sa private. Sa organization may politics. Kaya nga, ay, napolitika ako, no? So, ibig sabihin, there are different forms of political participation. That is the concept of political engagement. Oh, listen to this. Read this one silently. So, ito ang mga forma ng political participation ng mga kabataan. So, I'm just expressing kabataan kasi that is our point. Voting in elections. Oh, di ba? Pwede na ba maka-vote ang mga kabataan? Yes. In fact, meron kayong sangguniang kabataan election, SK election, contacting public officials. So we can participate politically by contacting, or they have numbers, then we call them, or we do face-to-face, no? Face-to-face interview with them regarding issues. Donate time and money to political candidates. Malapit ng election, so nagdo-donate. Yung iba, mga kabataan, hindi man nagdo-donate yan kasi wala pa naman yung pamumuhay o hanap buhay. Siguro yung mga adults. Running for office. Ayun. Pag nag-run ka ng office, yan ay political engagement. Participating by protesting or by support activities. O ito, kasi ang mga kabataan, mas ginugusto nila itong activity na ito kasi they can express. Yan naman mga kabataan and growth and development, they wanted to express something regarding such decision which they feel not comfortable or they are affected, right? And being part of the civil society. I have explained that last time, previous discussion about civil society. Discuss political issues with families, friends, or even in social media. May iba pa nga dyan, nagdidebate, nagpo-post sa social media. Napaka masaya. May mga picture lang, mga picture ng mga political candidates or assuming to be nagpaparandam. Ang akin lang po ay huwag muna tayong magpo-post na masyadong hindi natin nare-research dahil, you have to be responsible as political science students. We need to look into the issues. If the issues are factual, and then we got to gather lots of evidences before we make our own conclusion and post. So we have to be responsible in posting. Hindi naman niya sabihin, this is my right to express. Yes, but there are also different rights. Ang sa akin lang ay paalaala. Okay, and now, youth in the Philippines have historically been active in informal forms of political participation. Mas kasi yung informal, random siya, no? Very spontaneous. Mas madali siyang gawin. Kasi pag naisip mo, minsan dahil sa bugso ng dami ng kabataan, they want to express. And then because of it, sabihin na lang natin, ang mga kabataan ng Pilipinas, historically, they have already expressed their political participation. Street activism, volunteerism, gaya ng picture na pinapakita ko, at social media campaigns. Ayan, na-research ko yan sa Democracy Talks in 2020. Now, mayroong mga researches dito, ipapakita ko, taken from May 7, 2019 in CNN Philippines, okay? So, the Filipino voters profile, 51.45% of these voters are female. Mayroon tayo 61,843,750 registered voters in the Philippines as of 2019. Siguro ito, hindi masyadong nalalayo sa ngayon, figures. Wala pa naman silang, hindi pa ako nakakita ng latest figures sa 2021, pero hindi malayo sa 61 million. So out of this, more than half of all registered voters are from Luzon. And 51.45 are female. Andito na. And Cebu is the most vote-rich province. Apart from Manila, kasi sa province, Cebu ang pinakamadami. So, Calabarzon is the region with the most number of voters. That's in Luzon. Okay? Now, around 1/3 of the registered voters aged 18 to 29. Diyan yung kabataan. No? So that's very significant kasi 30.48 out of 61,853,750, 30% dyan. Sabihin natin 31% ay mga kabataan. So may boses kayo. You are significant. So according ng isang study, the Filipino youths are interested in political life. So, oo nga naman, napaka-healthy naman ng political life dito sa Pilipinas. Ang daming gusto mag-aabogado. Kasi we have a very healthy description of reality, political reality. And yes, we held some views about the behavior of politicians and political candidates. O, tinitingnan natin pag mayroong mga sinasabi o nagpapakitang motibo. Marami tayong mga comments. Minsan lang, mga personalan yung iba. So, siguro we have to be, limit, hinahinala muna. Before things, malayo pa naman yung election. Of course, this is a right to express, but we have to be careful, I said. So, even as they recognize the weaknesses and deficits in the political system, the youths are interested in political participation, not just in voting, but in other engagements as well. Okay, that support democracy and good government. Gaya ng volunteerism. Ay, gusto-gusto yan ng mga kabataan. Volunteerism. Ako nga, nung kabataan ko, kabataan din naman ako ngayon. Gusto ko talaga yung civil society. I was into yung feeding program, yung cleaning program sa panahon namin, no? Ano ba yung panahon namin? Nako, 1970s. So, in the Philippines, Republic Act 8044, Youth in Nation Building Act. Ano ba yung youth? Ito ang definition ng ating Republic Act 8044. Ang kabataan ay needed in nation building. So the critical period in a person's growth and development from the onset of adolescence towards the peak of mature, self-reliant, and responsible adulthood, comprising the considerable sector of the population from the age of 15 to 30 years of age. Ay, kabataan din naman yung 30. No? Kabataan din yun. So mas bata lang yung 15. So that is kabataan by definition. In the 1987 Constitution, in its Declaration of Principles and the Policies, states that the state recognizes the vital role of the youth in the nation building. O, nasabi ko na yan kanina. Isa dyan, promote and protect physical, moral, spiritual, intellectual, and social well-being. And it shall be inculcated and encourage their involvement in public and civic affairs. Hinayaan kayo, binigyan kayo ng freedom under this 19th Constitution to participate sa mga aktibidades na nakakabuti, nakaka-promote at protect sa inyo. No? Now, I just want to review something. Medyo hindi nyo familiar yung ibang mga insignia or yung mga logo, no? Yung panahonan ko, I was 4 years old. 1975 dito. Si President Marcos, who first enshrined youth and participation in politics. The Kabataang Barangay or Village Youth was a youth organization at that time. So as you can see, the insignia, the logo is heart, no, with H. Para siyang yung alpabetong Pilipino, no? Yun. At saka, nag-i-evolve siya pagdating ng 1990s. Ang Kabatang Barangay was modified to be Sangguniang Kabataan. Ngayon, hanggang ngayon, 1991, hanggang ngayon. So, it succeeded the SB or Sangguniang Kabataang Barangay. Okay, Kabataang Barangay yan. That provides for the election of barangay youth by youth councils from the age of 15 to 18 years. Okay, ito naman, kailan ka pwedeng maging elected official? Sino ba yung qualified for SK election as an officer? Hindi lahat. Yun lang may edad 15 to 18 years old. So if you are more than that, sa Barangay Youth Council, you cannot be elected, but you can be a member as an officer kasi daw hindi na yun mas young. Yung sabi dito sa Local Government Code of 1991. Now, the SK President is an automatic member of the municipal or city council. So, kasama sila sa municipal or city council, yung kabataan na representative. Aside from participation in local policy making. Okay. So, they are also in the decision, no, in making laws or legislation. The SK also receives 10% allocation from the budget of the barangay to implement youth-oriented welfare programs. And this mandates fiscal and elbow room, which is a good position to harness youthful energies in the development in community affairs. Yung sabi ko kanina, RA 8044, Youth in Nation Building Act. Okay. Dito, i-shout out ko muna before we go further, ha? Kasi mga laws na ito. Yan, good afternoon, watching from Samar, Arsenia Egdalino, good afternoon sa iyo. From Toledo City, good PM. Also, Zenisa Caparas. And also, Nilser Robles Merihildo from Mapaga Elementary School. And Nihaya Marabong Bantuas. Yan. Okay, so, itong Youth in Nation Building Act of 1995 provides the National and Youth Council, okay, to be the policy-making coordinating body among the youth-related institution. So, therefore, the NYC is a government agency that specifically addresses issues surrounding the Filipino youth. You have to learn from that. So, lahat ng mga activities ninyo in the government has been supervised by the NYC. And this NYC has two goals: institutionalization of youth participation sa mga disaster risk reduction and management council, as well as the increased accessibility and availability of the youth sa mga agriculture program. O yan. You have to help out with regards to a disaster and agriculture. You can help out already. So, I will not discuss this all over kasi these are self-explanatory. These are associations, no? Ang mga programs. I just want you to refresh or be oriented or be familiar with this. Baka membro kayo sa mga organizations na ito under the NYC. For the program na policy, yung maggawa ng policy and program development and advocacy, ito ay yung mga programs ng National and Regional Youth Advisory Council or workshops. Policy advocacy at RSDC, that's Regional Development Council at saka, yes, RSDC or RDC ng mga youth. National Youth Assembly and Youth Development Index. So, these associations, organizations sa youth are under policy and program development. So, partnership and network building, we have also mainstreaming of the National Action Plan for Youth Employment, yung walang trabaho, that's under youth employment. Nation building, part dyan ang employment, no? So, registration component of Abot Alam Project sa mga out-of-school youth. So, partnership yan ng nation building. And last is fostering youth participation in community development and good governance. Ang dami, no? Nandyan yung YORP, yung SHIP for Southeast Asian Youth Program, 10 Accomplished Youth Organization or tayo Government Internship Program, di ba? Sa barangay may mga internship program that is under the participation in community development and good governance. The NYC Volunteer Program, the National Youth Parliament, yan, good governance yan, and the National Action Program for Youth Employment. Ito yung reform law na under 10742 approved by the then Pinoy Aquino, no? Dito na, ang sabi dito, candidates for SK shall be 18 to 24 years of the day of election. So, nag-increase na uli, no? 18 to 24 na. So, itong law na ito ay magpahanggang ngayon are still being implemented. Ganon pa din, 10% ng budget ng barangay ay binibigay sa kanila. Okay? Ito ang development, current youth development, house panel, OKI's revival of mandatory ROTC for grades 11 and 12. Hindi pa naman siya nagiging law. So, for final reading pa, that is as of January 30, 2019. Okay ba kayo sa ROTC? Dahil daw, mamaya pa yan. Dahil ito ay nagpo-foster ng nationalism at discipline. Kagaya ko, sino ba yan? Ako yan, no copyright yan. Ako yan, at saka yung makasamahan ko nung araw. That was 1992? Yes, second year college pa ako. Saan ako dyan? Yan. Ito ang aming ROTC, Army, no, Reserve Officers Training Course under the Citizens Military Training. Napakaganda ang experience ko dahil you have to be you have to make decisions and you have to survive and you have to discipline yourself more than pakapakanan ng iba, more than yourself. And you have to love your country and be disciplined in everything you do. Yan ang nakuha ko. So, as synthesis, lastly, political participation are broad activities whereby everyone express their opinions on the world and how it is governed and influence decision-making. O yan, ang ating natutunan, yung pagpaparticipate ng kabataan ay dahil yan sa ating kagustuhan na makisalamuha, makikontribute sa mga bagay-bagay na uukol sa mga desisyon na hinggil tayo ay nagiging apektado sa mga desisyon na ito. Okay? Kaya gusto nating tumulong. Hindi siya bad. That's good, no? Para ipaalam lang na may kakayanan tayo magpa-participate. Okay? Filipino youth are engaged also in nation building. Yan. Hindi kayo pinabayaan. You have a lot of things to do in this country. Gaya ng sabi ng ating national hero, ang kabataan ay pag-asa ng bayan. So kung pag-asa kayo ng bayan, you are also the good agent. Hindi yung bad agent of change. Kaya nga nag-aaral kayo dahil you want to learn what is really the normal or a prudent thing to do or a lawful thing to do. You have to learn from that, no? Kasi we need to be in accordance with the law as well. Okay, may karapatan tayo. So assessment na. Sige, yung answer only one, choose the best answer and only the letter. Sige nga. Sige, ready? Ready na? Hello, Lynn Neal, watching from SDO Antipolo. Okay, sige, assessment. Which of the following issues draws the attention among the Filipino youth? A, voting and running elections or during elections. B, civic participation and volunteerism. C, protest actions. Or D, all of this. So, sa issues dyan ang nag-draw ng much attention or attention among Filipino youth? Sige, is it A, B, C, or D? Ang sagot ay tan. Ang sagot dyan ay D. Lahat naman yan. Lahat yan ay ginagawa at magagawa ninyo. Dahil part yan ng mga activity. Yes, tama. Tama. Arsinia Igdalino, tama. D. Lahat yan. Mag-voting, nag-run ka ng election. If you are qualified, dapat 18 to 24 ka. Pero, ang youth naman is 15 to 30. Civic participation and volunteer. At saka mag-protest action pag kinakailangan. Next. In 2019, what part of the registered population are youth voters in the Philippines? Yung pinapakita ko sa inyo na pie chart. Is it A, 1/2, B, 1/3, C, 2/3, or D, a quarter? A quarter means 1/4. So, ang sagot ay letrang B, 1/3. Because 36%, 38%, 36% is 1/3 of the population. Okay. Madami-dami din yan. Next. Which of the following activities is part of the NYC's or National Youth Council's Development Program on fostering youth participation in community development and good governance? Is it A, policy advocacy, B, youth employment and migration, C, National Youth Parliament, or D, registration of out-of-school youth? The keyword here is community development and good governance. So saan ba dyan ang activities or organization na nag-foster ng development and good governance sa ating mga youth? Ang sagot ay C, National Youth Parliament. So dahil parlamento, gumagawa sila ng mga policies, no, for development and good governance. Tama. Letter. Okay. Number 4, under Republic Act 10742 of 2016, the then President Aquino, those who can run as candidates in the Sangguniang Kabataan election must be A, 15 to 30 years old during the election, B, 15 to 30 years old after the election, C, 18 to 24 years old during the election, or D, 18 to 24 years old after the election. Ang sagot ay C, 18 to 24 years old during the election, hindi after. Dapat siya tumuntong ng 24 years old during the election. So how many percent does the SK receive as allocation from the barangay budget to implement youth-oriented welfare programs? I've mentioned that many times. Is it A, 10%, B, 15%, C, 5%, or D, 20%? Ilang porsyento? The answer is 10%. Okay? At this juncture, I hope you have understood and learned something about our discussion for this competency. I will share with you and leave with you this reflection from the Old Testament, Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, remember also thy Creator in the days of thy youth, before the evil days come and the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Ang pagiging tao ay madali lamang dahil lahat ng ating mga kapwa, kaibigan, kamag-anak, kakilala, at kahit pa ang ating mga kalaban ay mga tao din. At bilang tao, lahat tayo ay nagkakamali. Ngunit mahirap magpakatao dahil minsan hindi natin matatanggap o mapapatawad ang iba dahil sa kanilang pagkakamali. Ang ating tandaan na bilang isang tao, mahirap sumunod sa mga kabutihang asal, di ba? So bilang tao, tayo ay mayroong kalayaan na gumawa ng mga desisyon kung ang mga desisyon natin ay makakapekto ba sa ibang tao. Dito natin masusukat kung marunong tayong magpakatao. Okay? So, hanggang sa susunod, ito ang mga references ko. Ito sa new DepEd online. For comment suggestion, email us to edtech@deped.gov.ph. Ang sa muli, ito si Tutor Alan, nagsasabing, be safe, keep safe, God loves you, so do I. Bye! Paalam!
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETUlay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETUlay free online tutorial session sa mathematics. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETUlay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippine social media accounts. Paalam!